All right, y'all. So I just got off of a live and I was told to define racism. Racism, to me, is the idea that a race is inferior for no other reason simply because the color of their skin. And someone's like, oh, you're talking about like dehumanizing someone, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. It's like, no, it has nothing to do with being dehumanized. That comes with dehumanization. Yes, the thought of racism leads to believing that this person is less than you are simply because of the color of their skin. And so you treat them less than human. Yes, but I'm not talking about naturally dehumanizing people. That's a symptom of racism. Now, when it comes to racism, it does show itself in different forms. You have the hood writing burning crosses racism, hanging individuals from trees with rope. But you also have the idea that I'm going to shop at this particular store, this particular mall, because there's less of them around. That is racist too. I was told by someone who is a liberal that that's not racist. Wanting to make sure that you're comfortable where you're at and equating those individuals that you don't want to be around with crime. Stating that he didn't want to live in urban areas because of how crime riddled they are. Do y'all not understand the problem with that? They want to quote statistics. They want to quote things that they've seen. They want to quote television. They want to quote every single thing. But when you ask about the cause, and this is the kicker, this individual who supported Kamala, who was against Trump, stated that black people had time to fix their problems and that they are the way they are. We are the way we are simply because we don't want to change. When other people on the panel on this live brought up the Tulsa Massacre, we brought up all the things that we tried to do to better ourselves. And at every sort of intersection, we were blocked. This individual didn't say anything, but other right wingers did. He didn't come to my defense. He didn't say, oh, that's true. That is the problem. That there are hard racists, quote unquote, and then there's racist light. You can still be racist by saying, I don't want to be around you. You can exist, but I don't want to be around you simply because the color of your skin. And your skin color always leads to problems. It always leads to criminal activity. That is racist, y'all. If you didn't know that before, well, let me be the first one to tell you that is racist. It's not about the lynchings. It's not about the cross burnings. It's not about the racial slurs. And to be fair to everyone who's watching this, a black person can be racist. However, they cannot be oppressors. Because the definition of oppression is to impose your power over someone else. Black people have never been in power in this country. Could a black person be an oppressor in Nigeria? Absolutely. But here in America, we have never been the majority. We have never held the power here. So there's no system that we were in charge of that we could oppress someone. Can a black person be racist? Yes. Can they be an oppressor? No. We do not run any system. The system was rigged against people like me. And there are people that told me that I need to get over it. You can't get over something that was never fixed. If you go into a kitchen and you make a nice dinner, but you don't clean shit up, and you leave those dirty dishes for years, you're going to have critters show up. You're going to have mold show up. You're going to have bacteria. You're going to have smells. You're going to have so much gunk build up because you never fixed what was broken. You never went back and cleaned them dishes. America needs to go back and clean those dishes. But we won't. When it comes to breaking things, we like to go back to the cause when it has a profit or a dollar amount assigned to it. For example, a recall on a vehicle. A vehicle company like Toyota, remember when they were having all of those cars accelerate and you couldn't put the brake on? They went back and wanted to know the cause. They wanted to go back to the beginning because, you know, people died, y'all. People died. And there were so many people protesting, and they didn't want to deal with that sort of backlash. And they actually had the CEO step down because he said at least there weren't that many deaths. Y'all can look this up. The CEO at the time of Toyota, when this was happening, said at least there weren't that many deaths to this problem. They went all the way back to the beginning and they vowed to fix it only because their profits were affected. When it comes to humanitarian efforts in this country, when it comes to having that talk about black individuals and why we are in the situation where we're in, y'all want to say that it's our fault without acknowledging the problem. Y'all fucked up this kitchen, but y'all refuse to clean it. You can be racist by believing that you don't want to be around a certain race. You buy your house and you go to a certain gym, you go to a certain movie theater and a certain mall because there's less of those people. That's racist. If you don't understand that, then you are part of the problem.